So yeah, the early returns on the deadline look pretty good for a lot of teams. Let's start with Sabonis and the Kings, because why not? I feel like this play captures a lot of what Sabonis does. The split-second pass to Fox right into a screen. The Wolves play their aggressive defense. You finish over Jaden McDaniels. Yeah, it was an offensive rebound. It's fine. Sabonis had 19 shot attempts in this game. Of course, some of them are, again, you miss it, you go right back up with it, but if they're going to feed him in a way that Indiana did not, then that's interesting. Would I have done the move? No, but Sabonis is really good, and I think I was not nice enough to him in my initial reaction. So I learned a valuable lesson. Take a breather before you react to a trade 5 minutes after it happens. Let's look at some Sabonis passes. This play on the roll off of the screen for Davion Mitchell to Harrison Barnes, that's just beautiful. He was also bringing the ball up a lot in this game. We could see the fully unlocked version of Sabonis, as well as De'Aaron Fox if Sabonis can be a brick wall on these screens. As for the defense, I think Sabonis was in a good amount of drop coverage against Minnesota. We now head to the other side of the move, Halliburton's first game with the Pacers. It was really good until the fourth quarter and Karis Levert happened. We're definitely going to look at Levert's game here. I am a big fan of this play. We've got Buddy Hield screening for Halliburton as he started in the corner. Goga with the handoff action. That's another screen on Levert, giving Halliburton the runway. And then he goes to his trusty floater. According to NBA.com, in his first game, Halliburton had 85 touches, which was by far the most on Indiana. Although I do want to look at this play one more time, because this right here, this is the whole Halliburton shtick when it comes to him as a scorer. It's, will he take that extra dribble? Will he look to power inside? Or is he just going to keep on going with these floaters that are going in for the most part right now? Some of Halliburton's notable 6 assists on the night was this lob to Isaiah Jackson, although I would like to highlight something that didn't really play a huge part in this, but it's Buddy Hield setting a screen. This was a common thing for Carlisle in this game, with the biggest example perhaps right here, whereas Buddy is screening for Jared Allen as Isaiah Jackson was screening for Halliburton, even if he rejected the screen. But in that moment where Cleveland's like, what's going on? You look at Buddy Hield, just jet out to the three-point line. Halliburton's played with Buddy. He knows he's going to be there. Now let's get to Karis Levert, who cooked the Pacers in the fourth quarter. I'm a big fan of getting Levert moving off ball in any way, just so it doesn't always become a pick and roll up top. With that said, it was a lot of that in the fourth quarter. So this shot right here kind of says a lot about Levert. The majority of his shots in his career have been in the paint, but not in the restricted area. You see another example of it here off of this Jared Allen screen. We will see as teams attempt to do something like this, where you have Evan Mobley in the corner and just ignore him, basically. Will Karis have the spacing to be able to get more shots at the rim, or is it going to have to be these types of shots with which he sometimes looks very comfortable? Of course, Garland did not play, and if Levert can be used more, again, like in those off-ball actions and stuff, then that could help him out. But of course, when these shots are dropping, there's little you can do with the guy. To push back on the point that I just made, this is what can happen when you leave Evan Mobley open in the corner off of a Karis Levert action. This is the best two-way play of Montrezl Harrell's career. I don't know if that's actually true. He closed out to Frank Jackson, tipped the ball away, got himself 2 points. He was 7 for 9 in this game, and this play here shows what he can do. Just a roll guy for their ball handlers. Mason Plumlee is fine. He does his job. Good rebounder, all that. But Montrez just gives them something that Plumlee does not. That said, Plumlee also does things that Montrez can't. For one, he's a better passer. Plumlee still started. They still don't have the rim protector you'd really want, but you take what you can get. Anyway, that was a good passing sequence. Now we get to Derek White, who made 3 threes. We will see if that holds up. His shooting was a little down this season in San Antonio, but for his career, he's basically 35%. This whole sequence right here is beautiful. So White switches, and then as Bryn Forbes gets by Horford, Derek White just acts as a center, contests the shot, manages to get the rebound as a 6'4 dude, pass to Pritchard, and then the tip-in on the offensive glass. I love it. His 2 assists were great. There's a lob to Jalen. And then he finds Tatum in transition as Jermichael Green claims there was a miscommunication somewhere. However, he should have at least had 4 assists if Grant Williams didn't screw 2 of them up. That was a great pass inside. He just botched a layup. I was pretty excited when I saw this one. Grant missed it again, but It's this sort of extra something that the Celtics offense was missing, because most dudes are not making that pass. The Celtics defense also continues to look really, really good. You brought 2 to Jokic, you still had 2 guys coming to the rim, and now for a game in which Luka Doncic scored 51 points, we're going to be looking at Norm Powell getting to the free throw line, because why not? He gets fouled by Dwight Powell there. He shot 10 free throws in this game. Even as Norm has improved from outside, he can still get pretty relentless at attacking the rim. I mean, he's up to like 6 free throw attempts per game this season. And of course, I have to show you an assist that he gets where he starts from a down screen in the corner. We got CJ's debut. They already know to set screens for the guy off of inbounds. Unfortunately for CJ, his first game was against Miami, who are now pretty much healthy, so that's a scary thought. I actually just lied to you because Tyler Hero is out now. If you are Brandon Ingram, this is just unfair. You've already got Bam switched onto you. He's huge. Then you got PJ Tucker who switches onto you at the baseline. Those are just a lot of big bodies, man. You can barely move with those dudes crashing into you. Let's look at one more Miami defensive possession. So Bam switches onto Ingram. And as Ingram's looking to get the driving lane, look, you got PJ Tucker waiting for you. Jimmy is there. Jimmy's going to make the play in a second here. Gabe Vincent's ready to reach in. They're just always in the right place. And then Jimmy gets the steal. It's just like, what the hell do you do?